screen share is coming on now. Sorry, I was doing a lot of things. So, all right, I'm sure you can see it there now. My name and so on. Okay, so yes, from Penn State, and the slides will be available to you guys afterwards. So yes, so with technology today, we all have to learn to code. But as we were saying, these days, tech guys are difficult to get, they're expensive and things like that. But luckily, there are tools these days that we can use on our own. So we can take the ideas from our heads, especially as those in the human and social sciences. We always deal with a lot of information and material to crunch down. And so these days, technology helps us do that. All right. So these days, no code tools, they are available, they are abundant, they are cheap. Most of them are free, all right? At least you can start freely on free plans before you go to paid plans. They are quick, they are versatile. You can use them to test, rapid prototype your thought in your head, and then see whether you are going in the right direction. You can quickly update your information as things change, and then you can repeat the whole process, even if you made a mistake, because you're developing yourself and you're developing quickly, okay? So no-code tools provide interaction for your audiences, whatever kind of audience you are engaging, whether customers, whether students, whether business partners or other researchers. You can personalize the experience because you're building these tools yourself. You can give each person what is of interest to that person. So you can even gamify your research these days. You can collect massive amounts of data and quickly organize it in whichever way, and then you can visualize it. You can make beautiful graphs and charts, as we just saw from the last speaker, etc. So there's a lot that these tools offer us, and that's why it's important that each one of us learn how to do this for ourselves, so our work can even be more fruitful. So the bottom line, I am assuring you guys today that you can write your own personalized and customizable software with code-free applications to make your data accessible, interactive, easy to to update and upload and analyze, and even to visualize. All right. There are several tools these days, and I just have a little list here of the kinds of things that these tools can do. They can create forms for you, whether Excel spreadsheets, you can build websites with them, you can build applications yourself, you can do editing of your work, whether you're doing video or audio and things like that. You can edit, you can create graphics on the fly for your social media, for your research, and so on. I have not named particular tools here because those tools may not be here 5 years from today, or they may change, or the vendors are not sponsoring, and so on. So I didn't name particular tools, but there are tools for each one of these. And if we have some time, I will walk you through at least one of them. But I can name some of them: FormStack, Canva, Glide, all these different tools, Webflow. They are out there these days, and they make work very easy, and they don't take as long to learn as writing code, but you can put in a little bit of time and learn how to do this quickly. All right. So the benefits are many. We can investigate subtle details and nuances of the human experience now that we probably were not able to do before, or you could do on a survey, and then you'll be dealing with self-selected responses. But these days you can crunch the data that's coming back to you from the software that you've built, because all these tools have some kind of analytics in the background that you can go. For instance, we just heard the stats being cited from the other study. You can go behind the scenes and look at the analytics yourself, and this would be people using your tool in real time. So this would not be some artificial data that you're collecting, but you'll be collecting real human interaction data. And so you can even come to better conclusions than we've had in the past. All right. The other thing is you can bring ideas that are in your head to life, because the problem for me, how I got into this, was I had ideas that are stuck in my head, and I had to go find some coder or software writer to do it for me, and then it takes time, and then they want money that I don't have as a college professor. But now, once I think my own idea, I can bring it myself to life in different ways. All right, so that is a big plus. our discipline, and we operate in disciplines, especially in the human and social sciences, where we deal with the nuances, the subtle things about human beings that you cannot always see from the outside. So you can transform whatever discipline you are in huge ways. We just heard the talk about the ACDC program in Baltimore, exactly where I am now. I didn't even know that they were right here. So different things we can do these days. What is your challenge then as a scholar? You have to think about the ideas, the research ideas that you have in your head, or even other ideas, business ideas, and ask yourself, how can I reduce those ideas to processes that could be automated and integrated with all the tools that we have? So that's the challenge for you. But I want to assure you today that you can do it. Okay, you can take your idea in your head and change it into some programmable form, some automatable form of data that we can write software for, and you would have your own customized software for what you do. We can all write logic statements, right? We can write if this, then that statements. That's logic, and that's how coding languages work. But for us who are in the human sciences, we don't want to go be writing JavaScript and C++ and so on. So it's just like you have a car, you don't know how the inner mechanics of your car work, right? Like all the engines and stuff. I can't change the oil in my car, but I can drive it. So that's what these no-code tools are helping us today, to be writers of our own software without having to learn time-consuming and money-consuming coding. So everybody can write logic statements, Boolean statements, all right? You can give the software instructions in English, and the software will do what you want, because it's just like, as I said, driving a car, you have only your dashboard to go. You know that you already have some of these skills, because most of us can use Microsoft PowerPoint, most of us can use Microsoft Word, we can use the Google Suite, the Google Docs and Google Sheets and Excel spreadsheets. We already are writing programs when we are using these tools. Somebody has written the code in the background, and we are just working in the documents without even thinking about it. That's exactly what we are talking about. That is, you can these days drag, drop, point, click, and you can make your own software in your house. When you switch your lights, it just goes on, right? You don't know the cable connections in the back, but you know that there is a connection. So that's how no-code tools work too. So what is my challenge to you? That you should skill up. Okay, I know most of us in the human sciences, we like our literatures, our books, our writing, our history, and that's all fine. In the social sciences, the same, right? We don't want to bother our heads with these things that we think are tough or difficult, or we are not in STEM and all these different stereotypes. But if you put in a little work, you can learn to code, right? You can learn to program your software. So you will be a programmer. You're not writing the language behind, but you're programming from the front end, and your software is taking instructions and doing exactly what you expect it to do. So it's imperative that scholars begin to develop these needed skills today, because as we all know, technology is only going to stay with us. It's not going to go away. All right. So I still have about 6 minutes. I have my eye on the time. I just want to show you guys, if my computer will let me. I'm just not too confident about it. It's been giving me, can you guys still see it? Can you guys still see my screen? I need to know. I just switched screens.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. So here you just have some examples of apps that I have written and I've worked on, and I'm still working on some of them, just to show you that this is possible. All right, this is very possible. In my field, for instance, which is communication, I am looking at how currently one of the things I'm doing, I'm taking all the material that public relations practitioners and strategic communicators are putting out there, like their press releases and their brochures and newsletters, that they have hardly ever had traction to track how those things are working with clients or with audiences that they are trying to reach. And I'm already building software for that in order to put out. For instance, here, this is one of the apps. I just showed you the big picture there a moment ago, but this is a more detailed picture of at least one of them. And as you see here, I have some industries that we're all used to, like Walmart and Costco and all these. And you see that you can click on any one of them, and the software is responding, is doing same things. You can go here and put your material and then bypass media. Look at that. It goes straight into the hands of the user. So as the user is using it, you can see what is going on. You can correct what you need to correct. You can even engage with them. In this case, for instance, you can have a little quiz here. They can go in there and take a quiz about whatever you're quizzing them on to make sure that they're getting your messages. So before now, my field did not have a tool like this. All right. There are some tools out there, but I've not seen one that actually works the way that I'm programming this to work. And I'm just saying,
we can only see your presentation. We can't see the tool. We can still see
you are not seeing the tool. All right. So then I have to do is stop share and reshare. That's why I asked that. Okay, you couldn't see the tool. So let me share again. And just in a second. Yes. Okay. Sorry. Thank you for telling me that. You see the tool now? So you guys could not see all the interactions I was doing here. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay, and I also had this screen earlier where I was showing you guys all the other tools that I've been working on. All right, so yes, so these are all the different software that I'm developing right now. And then I was just giving you a closer view of one. So for instance, Walmart, if you're not in America, Walmart is a big store in America. And here you see this is on my tool. They can go here and put their press releases there so that the user can come here and read the press release or a brochure or a bio or any kind of information that the company likes to put out. And it's not just companies, it could be a school, it could be you as a researcher, it could be any idea. I'm just trying to show us and convince us that it's possible. You can even add little quizzes there and collect information whichever way you want. And I just want to assure you, I'm going to stop share here because my time is running out, that I'm not a programmer. I don't write Java. I tried to learn those years ago. I gave up on them. But because these tools are here now and they're present, we could each go in and do whatever we have in our heads and bring that to life. If anyone would like more questions, my bio and my contact will be at the end of my slide when I upload them, because I'm really committed to help us as educators learn this tool and actually use them and teach them to others as well. If anyone has any questions for right now, I have about 2.5 minutes, I'll take it.